Hi there, and today we're going to learn about how to create dynamic pages in Wix Studio with CMS. So CMS are collections in Wix Studio that you can use in order to create a database of your items in Wix Studio, and you can use them in your website to create dynamic pages. So in order to do that, you can go to the sidebar and then make sure you're clicking this CMS. So since I haven't have a CMS yet, we can just click on Start Now. Then from here, we can start by using a preset or adding content. So we can just use a preset right here. So for example, we want to have a dynamic page like this one. So we can click on Add to Site. Then it will automatically create that dynamic page for us. So we'll just wait for it to finish. Then now we have this template of a CMS already created for us since we have used this template. And then we can just close this. And then now we have this one, which is the dynamic pages of an items here. That is the items parenthesis list. So we now have this dynamic page right here. And if you want to add another dynamic page, you can just go ahead again and click on pages, and you can click on add new page and then click dynamic page. And then you can choose what kind of dynamic page that you want to add. We have different styles. We have an item page. Currently we have this list page. If you want to have a blank page and design it from scratch, you can do it as well. And then you can also have a manage item page. And then from here, it will ask you to select a collection for you to use. And right now we are using this one, which is the items collection. And then, for example, if you change the data inside of your CMS collection, for example, we can select the repeater, and then we can click on manage content. Then from here, we will click on edit content, and then we can edit our data right here. So for example, I will change this first item right here. So I'll just change the name. For example, I'll name it title 1. I'll replace the image. If you have your own image, you can upload it as well. And I already have an image right here, so I'll just select this. You can also use free images from the Wix gallery if you want to do so as well. But I'll just select this picture, click on add item, and then now that image is replaced. And then for the description, for example, we'll just change this into one description. Then I'll just copy and paste this like that. Then for the short description, and just make it like this. And then when we close this, we should see it reflected right away in our dynamic page. And as you can see, the title is changed, but the text is haven't changed yet. So we can make sure that it is connected. So the text is connected to this, the short description. If you want to change this, for example, the long description, as you can see, it now follows the text inserted in our long description. But we can change this into other things, for example, the short description again. like that. And then for the ID, you can do so as well, or maybe the created date, the updated date, and then we'll just select the long description. And then, for example, if you want to add like another element right here, you can just go ahead, click on add elements. So for example, I will add like a text right here. So I'll just select title, and then you can just add it to any item right here. So for example, I'll add it in this item. It will automatically be reflected to all of the items in your repeater. As well as, since we changed the first one into a long description, the other items also became connected to that long description, as opposed to earlier it is connected to a short description. And for example, we'll change this one into the created date. Then as you can see, all of them have the created date value to all of the items. And then we can also change this to a smaller text. And then let's just change the font size into 12. Oh, like that. And as you can see, we now have this dynamic page. So you can just go ahead and edit the other items in your repeater. So that is it. That is how we create dynamic pages in Wix Studio using the CMS collections. Hope you learn how to do it, and thank you for watching.